Good evening, one and all, to this great Black Ops commentary. Yep, I've made the switch. I am now doing Black Ops 2 commentating. And starting right off, we have a pretty good game done by me, but we'll also, throughout the game, be looking at, well, later on, we'll be looking at two of my friends, the Barefoot Man and Wathinator, and we'll get to see how they play. This is gonna just do something, mixing it up a little. I'm gonna do these things where I take a look at how my friends play, how some other very strong players play. Not saying all my friends are very strong players, but they do all right. I certainly think they do. Yeah, so starting this game off pretty well, all that stuff. Do like this game. I like it a lot. I enjoy it quite nicely. I'm using the Vector K10, very nice submachine gun. There's a lot of very nice submachine guns. Almost too nice. But it's very hard to capture positions by yourself in this game. And I didn't even notice that I got all of my score streaks right then and there. And I do something really stupid with my sentry guns. So yeah. How is this game going for you guys? Like, I want to get some feedback on how it's going for all of y'all out there, because although most of my viewers are people I'm friends with, but who cares? If you don't know me and you haven't given, or even if you do and you haven't given me your opinion, go ahead and state it. What are your general feelings about this game? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? What could be improved? What do you think was good? What do you think was bad? What do you think was wish-washy? You know, you think Treyarch are, do you think the guys at Treyarch are gods, or do you think they're absolute assholes? Just go ahead and give your opinion. I don't care if it's good, or I don't care if I agree with it, and I don't care if I do. That's the big thing. YouTube's all about sharing opinions, so why don't I get in the spirit of doing that? Yep. You know what? You know what's interesting? You know what's really interesting? Trust systems. Yeah. For those of you who don't know what a trust system is, just think about this. You ever wonder how bridges work? Trust system. It's, right now I'm taking an engineering class called Principles of Engineering. It's where we go over engineering. It's where you learn about, engineering to a greater degree than Introduction to Engineering, which is a prerequisite. They're both Ivy Tech classes, so college level to a degree, of course. And we're learning about trust systems right now, and it's basically trigonometry, physics, geometry. Yay. I don't like it that much, but it's easy enough. It's really cool, actually. I know there's a commentator out there, if you guys know him, you probably do, called Drifter. He's actually an engineer, and you get to look at his in-depth things about all the weapons and all the stuff and stuff like that. I'm not very good at describing things. I'm an engineer. Yeah, he takes a very analytical approach at it, and I really, well, I really connect to that, being one of an engineer's mindset. Boy. Bet like half of you don't even give any fucks about that, but I don't care. Go ahead and make videos yourself. That's just it. Part of me wants to, you know, make all my subscribers and do whatever they tell me to do and all that stuff, and then part of me just says fuck them. Just fuck them. Not my subscribers, but people who watch my videos. Not that many, of course. But it's just like, part of me just wants to say, you know what, I don't even care. They can go ahead and make their own channel. Look at that, I got killed by a flashbang. I love it when I get kills with a flashbang. And I also love it when I get killed with them. It's just so funny. You're just like, oh, yeah. Flash of light killed me. That's just how weak I am. Mentally and physically. Oh, wow. Did you guys get surprised by that? 'Cause I did. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So, halfway through the school year for me. Well, for most people who are in school, it's halfway through. Well, it's not really halfway. Not really much at all. I mean, I guess it's 3/8 of the way. I don't know. Oh boy, but yeah, I'm a junior in high school, so this is the time where I really have to bend down and focus. Bend down and get fucked in the ass by all of my studies, basically. Basically. And also, I just got a job, which makes that even more hard. So really, yeah, it's been tough. It's been tough. If I have anything to suggest to those of you who are younger than me, who are, I mean, this could apply to anyone of any age group, is don't procrastinate. I used to be the biggest procrastinator on the planet. I'm not that anymore, and everyone tells you not to procrastinate. You know, it's sort of that typical, it's sort of your default advice kind of thing. People always tell you it. You know, it's you don't think they're, at least I don't get the impression that they're giving very good advice if they just tell you not to procrastinate. You know, if they just tell you, oh, don't procrastinate, it's bad, well, that doesn't really tell you anything. So I'm going to tell you something more. Don't procrastinate, but even if you do, because everyone does at one point in their life, even if you do, you better at least be honest with someone about it, okay? Because that's the first step in fixing a problem, is recognizing the problem. So if you do procrastinate, don't deny it. Say yes. And you know what? There are people like that. All these type B personalities, such as myself, who just procrastinate. It's just how we work, how our minds are wired. You know, everyone's mind is wired differently. I'm taking a psychology class too. I'm kind of learning about that a little. And so we can't all have this standardization of thoughts, so to speak. By that I mean that might have not been a very good way to put it, but we can't all consider ourselves completely equal mentally. Now, do I mean like equal as in good, bad, better, worse? No, I mean equal as in mindset, different mentalities. Everyone has a different mentality about everything. Alright, that's how we get, that's the basis for politics, is different mindsets. Watch this. Oh boy. Anyway, yeah, everyone has different mindsets about everything, different opinions, you know, different thought processes they go to. That's what cognitive psychology is all about. So, thinking about that, everyone does think and operates differently. You can't cater to all types. You have to, unless you provide more than one solution. There isn't one plan or solution or, I guess, strategy to go about you know, I guess working your life. There's no standard one. There's no one that'll work for everyone. Everyone has their own strategy. And there's a lot of strategies out there, but the best thing to do is to try them, and if they don't work, you know, think of one yourself. That's the best thing you can do. If they all don't work, you can't settle for one. Try to think of one. You know, don't be defeated. Oh wait, look at this. Look at this. Ready? 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 If only it was Modern Warfare 3. Anyway, don't be defeated just because you can't find something that works for you. If you can't find something that works for you, make it up. There are numerous different ways to approach every problem, just like there are numerous different ways to approach every mind. Every mind is different. Everybody is different. And the mind is a very beautiful thing that's if it can operate correctly and if it has freedom of motion. Now, of course, brains don't move. I mean freedom of motion as in more creativity. Your brain is a beautiful thing. Treat it right. Take it out to dinner. I don't know. The point is, if you treat it right, it won't treat you like shit. And trust me, you don't want it treating you like shit. Your superego will destroy you. Superego is that thing that punishes us. It makes us feel things like guilt and regret. When we make a bad decision that our ego interprets as bad, ego is the opposite of id. The id is something that it's impulse directed. You know, it wants instant gratification. That's the part of our brains that said, I want it now. The ego says, now you have to wait, because social norms dictate you have to wait. but they're in constant conflict. The superego is the one that punishes you when you do good things, according to the ego, and rewards you when you do, or punishes you when you do bad things, and rewards you when you do good things. And that's what, and some people's superegos are, are stronger than others. Other people's superegos are weaker than others, and even more superegos are too inflated. That's right, you can have too big of a superego. It's possible. Anything taken to extreme is bad. Look at the guy in the window. He's gonna pop up later. Trust me on that. He will pop up later. Anyway, so psychology is a great thing. Now I'm gonna get on a real tangent about this, but I'm going to express. Okay, what am I doing? Oh yeah. So before I get on a tangent, this is my friend the Barefoot Man. He likes running around with the 5.7. There's no problem in that. He just likes to have fun, and you'll see him pop up a lot and die a lot. Anyway. So, social psychology, how we interact with others. I know I'm gonna reference Drifter again. I want this video. I want this video to help him if he ever finds it. God knows he probably won't find it. Congrats to Jack on that 5.7 kill. I might just email it to him or something. I was watching his Modern Warfare 3 commentary about what his fears. Sorry for my stutter. His fears. What he fears. He says he fears people who have, I guess, psychopaths, he says. People who don't know the difference between right or wrong. You could say they do not have an ego. That is what he was probably referring to. I can't tell for sure. I can't look into his mind, but, people who are devoid of an ego. Psychopaths come in many different ways. From multiple personality disorder, it's not called that anymore, by the way, to schizophrenia. It comes in many different ways, and everyone has a varying degree of, mental... I'm trying to think of the correct word. Everyone's messed up in one degree or another. That's a simple fact. Everyone is messed up. Oh, he should have threw that subtext through the window. Anyway, everyone's messed up in their own special way. But some people are just more messed up than others. Fact. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Yes, there are people in this world who are absolutely fucked up, crazy, batshit crazy. There are other people in this world who you would never guess have disabilities of the mental variety. For instance, I have Asperger's. It's a form of autism. Most people would never even know. Things like that. You can't judge a book by its cover, but at the same time, you can't judge a cover by its book. What the hell did I just say, some people are thinking. Well, I'm saying you can't judge a book by its cover, and the fact that if you see someone who's a little special, you can't just assume that they're an idiot. And I say you can't judge a cover by its book, in that just because someone is, autistic doesn't mean they have the symptoms. It doesn't mean, even though I have Asperger's, I'm not taking everything absolutely literally, and I'm not, fucking Rain Man. Alright? That's just how it is. Because there's varying degrees. It's all shades. It's 50 Shades of Grey. No. It's all different, Oh, nice hipfire kill.